I'm Ana Luisa Lamberto, and for my Project 3, I attempted to make Pokemon Go. You can see here we have a little scene with all of our Pokemon, and let's get started. So first you can see you can shuffle through all the Pokemon that I have available, and then the goal is just to throw the ball at the Pokemon. So you can set the strength of the ball, the angle, the vertical angle that you're going to throw it at, and the amount of spin on the ball. And you can see that when the ball hits the Pokemon, we have a catch animation. And then we move on to the next Pokemon. So again, you set the vertical angle and the strength, but let's say you miss this time, and the ball goes off into space, then you get to try and throw it again, once the scene resets after a certain number of frames. So it's the same thing if you hit the ground before you can hit the Pokemon too. You'll get another chance to throw the ball until you either decide to switch to the next Pokemon or eventually catch this one. So I'm going to try to catch this Ivysaur again. And oh no, you can see that we actually hit him, but he broke free out of the ball. And that's a feature in the real game too. There are certain odds every time you throw the ball that the Pokemon will actually stay within the ball. And your odds increase if you put spin onto the ball and throw it horizontally and then allow it to spin back. So we're going to try that. There you go. And with the spin, we caught the Pokemon. So the rest of the Pokemon are almost exactly like this. You can switch through them again, see which ones you have left to play before the game ends. The last thing I'd like to point out is the little arrow on top of the ball that shows you the trajectory of the ball based on where your sellers are right now. That way you can get a more accurate throw. Let's take an in-depth look at the code now. So I start with a bunch of basic getters and setters that help me out throughout the code, and I also have initial functions, so setting the initial positions of all the Pokemon and the ball, and creating the GUI for the beginning of the game, and also setting up the lights that become the spotlights during the catch animation. After that, I have this throw function that is basically the main animation in the project, and it tracks where the ball is and if you've successfully thrown the ball based on the odds or not. It also checks whether you have hit the Pokemon or not. And then lastly, I have the catch light function, which is the animation that plays whenever you catch a Pokemon. I also have the switch Pokemon function that basically keeps track of which Pokemon you are currently looking at. And that's it. Thanks.